Following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're planning on buying or selling a home, the real estate crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V.
Woohoo!
Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome, and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. And look who we have here today. What a panel.
We have everybody.
We have everyone here
Everyone's
today.
back.
So now we know
Back
Tony
in
V and
America.
Kathy H are really different people.
Thanks for showing up, Tony.
You too, Kathy.
Tony came on last
Always a
week and
pleasure.
started fixing his hair and asking for a raise. I said, it is Kathy Holtshouser.
Hey.
All right.
I do deserve a raise.
You do.
You do deserve your raise.
I work so
Absolutely
hard.
do.
We do. So we have my producer at home, Ryan Carter, who tells me we're supposed to slow down and make sure we introduce everyone. Sometimes we fly by.
Yeah.
And then we got to tell people that they got to like us. It sounds needy, but they got to like us.
That's what the kids do.
They're going to
That's what
like
the
us on whatever they like, the YouTube or whatever you're looking
Yeah.
at. But they
Right.
also have to
Subscribe
subscribe.
to
You have to
us.
hit the
Yeah.
subscribe button, and that way it'll automatically come up in whatever platform you're using. So you don't have to look for us every week. It'll
so
just
we're
come
on
up.
iHeartRadio, right?
Yep.
We're on YouTube,
Yeah.
iTunes.
iTunes.
We
Sure.
are like the
Apple
podcast
thing.
sensation.
So when you say
You know-
we, maybe we should
Yeah.
introduce ourselves because he says I. So Tony V, legendary comedian.
That would be me.
That's
Yeah,
right over
yeah.
here.
Right.
And we
Legendary.
got paralegal extraordinaire who seasonally works at Carter Law Office.
for the last 29 years.
a la carte.
A la-
Yep, a la carte,
A la
right.
carte.
And rounding out this cavalcade of stars,
Yes.
Artie Januario.
Our favorite pharmacist.
He's our favorite pharmacist. He's not going to be our Uber driver.
No.
Did you bring my stuff?
I did.
Okay, good.
I brought this stuff. Well, it's one thing. You have to insert it, but this music...
Do you help in that, or how does that work?
Tony is the inserter.
Yes.
Tony is a big insertion man.
Yes.
To explain,
Rick's turning red.
No. You're into drugs. You're a pharmacist.
Well, yeah, I'm a pharmacist.
Right. Okay.
And,
All right.
and a world-class comedian.
And a
World-class
comedian, too.
comedian.
Yeah.
World-class.
Yes.
Do you have your own
world-class.
prescription pad? I've always wanted.
No.
No, you don't get
No,
that.
I just...
You're the
Yes, you
source.
do.
No, you're the
I
source.
can't write prescriptions.
You don't even need the prescription.
No,
pad.
Well, you could
Phil-
just steal the stuff, can't you?
No. Yeah, I could.
Oh, he's worried about his
Sure.
reputation.
Now.
Look at him.
But this is why I've been doing it for 40 years, and this is probably not the time. Like, hey, let me steal a couple of Valium. You know,
Right before retirement.
You know what I mean?
know
It's
I'll
like-
go out with a bang. Right. They'll know I was here.
Oh, boy.
Do people bring back the old stuff? What do they do for that?
yeah, they do. They
Because we're gonna be.
but they don't need to. I mean, just take it.
Okay.
You know, if it's old
Because we
or
are going to talk
expired.
about that today.
Well,
We're
you're
gonna do-
supposed to take your prescription all the way to the end, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's what the doctor tells
Sometimes
you.
they say, "Well, discontinue this medication, and then we're going to put you on a different medication." So they have a bottle in the cabinet.
Because we are going to talk about household tips, so this comes in
They
nicely.
should get rid of their old stuff.
Or they just flush it down the toilet, or
No, you can't anymore because that gets into the water supply and the animals get high.
Kathy's seen her show before.
so they should just bring it back to the Stop and Shop and give it to you, right?
Yeah. No, you can give it to the produce guy, Tommy Sousa.
He knows what to do.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sprinkles it in the little yogurts with granola.
Yeah. You never
Good
know.
to know. Good to know.
People like that.
There's nothing like crunchy Prozac.
Yes.
So our
Prozac
first,
with a little bite to it. I found this out about our podcast.
Yeah.
If you put a piece of tin foil over one of your molars,
Yeah.
you'll also just get it in your head.
Really?
Yeah, it just comes right into your head. A lot of people don't know that.
there's our second household
Yeah.
tip of the day.
Yeah,
Good way
This
to
is
tin foil.
great.
The many uses of tin foil. Sure. Yeah.
So I have about top 25 household tips. here.
Before we get into the meat of it,
we should talk about your career.
Yeah.
You-
It's not my career.
This is part of your career.
We joke around. We joke around.
Let him talk.
I'm the one interrupting.
You are. You
Okay,
really are.
All right, sorry. It was going so smoothly before
playing
that.
nice.
We joke around, and it's like, Tony V, funny guy. What's he done? Why are we listening to him? Blah, blah, blah. And I just want people to know how legit my career is. And I have here with me, and I think we got a camera here.
Yep.
Right? I'm gonna hide my social security number. You wouldn't want to be
Nobody
me.
wants to
Trust
be
me.
you. Nobody wants to be you.
You can take it. but
Wouldn't
you
want that
wanna do me.
identity.
But I have a check here from a TV show I did in the early 2000s called Rescue Me, and
Move it a little bit
it's
more.
for a penny. Somebody, a legitimate company, Entertainment Partners, who handles all my residuals.
It's not even bulk mail. How much was the stamp on that
40
thing?
cents for the stamp. It was processed, printed on 2 sheets of paper with probably 13 cents worth of ink.
Right.
Right?
Or more.
And the grand total is one penny.
penny.
1 penny. And they took taxes out.
Oh, you have to claim that.
Oh, yeah.
You have to claim that
Right? You know,
as income.
You didn't expect to get the full penny, did you?
Right. Like, no, it's not like I don't have like a history with the IRS. And there's going to be some guy scratching his head going, Jesus.
I'm off a penny.
He's a penny off. How am I going to get to sleep tonight?
I'd like
This
to.
kid's beating us. This guy's beating us for a penny.
I'd like to garnish Tony V's wages.
Take it, buddy. You
got it.
All yours, my friend.
We'll take in half of that, all right?
So what is that, the residual from like a rerun, a Rescue Me rerun?
Well, Kathy,
of some
funny you
sort?
should ask. I could tell you exactly what this is for.
Thank you.
It's for foreign market extended use.
For what?
They went to
Foreign
the
market.
Netherlands or
It's in
something.
another.
Then they converted
right.
to American
Right.
money.
Yeah.
So it probably was about 3 rubles.
Maybe,
You know,
maybe
originally.
So they had to have this go through an offshore account to get you this penny?
Apparently,
Wow.
my,
A lot of people.
Right.
It's an international event.
to give me a penny. And my son probably he goes, a penny, that means somebody started watching and went, nah. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I don't, I don't think so.
But your Social Security's number's on that, right?
Yeah, every piece of information I am about is on this.
You know what the latest on Social Security numbers are?
What's that?
They're stealing kids' Social Security numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
So that way the kids, they don't figure it out for like 10, 12 years.
Right, because they don't file
They
tax
don't use
returns.
it. They don't
right.
get
They
a
don't
driver's
know.
license.
Yeah,
Right,
they don't,
right.
yeah.
Well,
That's
they
right.
used to take dead people's Social Security
Yes.
numbers.
Can still do it. I
Yeah.
have.
Oh, you do it?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
have
Do
John Wilkes Boots. I use his. He
Only-
registered.
Yeah, only thing you can't buy with that is theater tickets.
Yeah.
You
Red
can, but
flags
they're-
it.
they're- yeah.
Red flags it right away.
They're not the best seats in the world if you get them.
No.
But I am in the NRA because
You
of
are.
that, because of the John Wilkes Booth thing. I'm automatically inducted into.
You're adamant about your Second Amendment rights, right?
That's right.
Sure,
All my amendment rights. The 27th, the 13th. Nobody knows the big ones, the good ones. You know what I mean? Like you cannot appear naked
Which one is that?
while driving a horse on an national highway.
A horse?
Yeah, but you can have clothing on, but you can't be naked on a horse.
No. Right. You could be sitting on your clothes.
That's what.
Unless you're on your own property.
Right.
So that was the thing. Everybody wanted to have as much property as possible.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
how property started. And then they started taxing it because you didn't have any clothes. So I said, all right, I'll wear clothes. I said, okay, no taxes for property. See what I mean?
See, in
that's
that instance, I would buy up all the median strips.
Right.
You know what I mean? That way you can get anywhere naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they changed that
Yeah.
law.
What amendment was that? 27A? Is that what you're saying?
No,
it was
no,
kind of an
it was
offshoot.
19B. Started when
He
Rutherford,
says with all seriousness.
Rutherford B. Hayes was the president
Right.
at that time. He was the 19th president, so that was the 19th Amendment. Rutherford
Yeah.
B.
You know, with all of my travel, I have come up with this. I have come up with this little nugget. I think we should fly naked.
That's a good idea.
That's
Only
a good idea.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's a
No,
great
that's a good
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a good idea?
Because
Well,
you don't have to get
You
patted
don't,
down.
you don't get.
Well, I don't
it's
have
all
that.
out there.
I don't have
Right.
that superpower. Perhaps you do. I don't think I can fly at all.
Not you
Oh.
personally. Not you personally in a plane.
Oh,
No, but I
no,
like
you didn't-
I
you
like
missed
your,
that
I
part.
like
Right.
your theory.
Yeah,
so
but then you have to sit next to someone naked.
Yeah.
You
No,
got-
I don't like that idea at all.
But see, here's the thing.
When you go
Because
to-
I think some people are really gross
Who cleans
with
the-
clothes
this is the
on.
clean-
This
well,
is-
how do you do it when you go to your nudist colonies?
Yeah.
That's different. That's a controlled.
That's a
group.
okay.
private
All right.
subject.
This is here's the point. It would solve a lot of problems. There would be less terrorism because there'd be
No
no
guns.
place
Yeah.
there'd be no
Right.
place to
Well,
hide
there
stuff.
is a
Yeah.
couple places
Well,
to hide.
less places. And to your point, we'd all get into shape.
Tony would find that out because
Right.
he's the inserter.
Right.
Yeah.
So he would know
You
that.
would want to make sure you smelt good,
Right.
you were
And
clean,
you'd
less
get into
sweaty.
shape because
Yeah.
you don't want the flight attendant looking at you going, is your seatbelt fastened? And then they'd go,
You need an
Lift.
extender.
yeah, lift. There you go.
What are you hiding under your stomach?
Right.
Roll
All
up.
right.
Didn't we have those before? You found the
Right.
sandwich under the big person's
Oh,
stomach
the
there.
rye
Yeah.
bread and
Yeah.
ham-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the ham and cheese in the
Yeah.
in the roll of
In
the
the front, yeah. The nurse found it. She
right.
called Kiss 108.
Right. And the guy, when they took it out, the guy said, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm heating that up."
Making a panini.
I was looking for that.
The cheese isn't even melted yet.
All right, guys.
Hey,
All
let me
right.
ask you, do we do anything about real
Yes,
estate?
this all has to do
Well, this
with
is
real estate.
All real
This
estate.
is the thing.
property
This is the
stuff.
thing.
Real estate.
I've been.
You've been gone.
No, I've been promoted today to keep you guys on track.
Who
and I've-
promoted you?
And I've let you guys go on long enough. And
Artie,
now,
did you promote her?
No, the producer.
No,
Stu.
The producer didn't show up today?
No, he told me that I
Tony, you-
needed to keep you guys on
Sounds like
track.
this sounds a little
Nothing but
self-serving.
nothing but content.
Let me
from
tell you
here on
something.
in.
The producer is right here, and if you want to keep your microphones turned on, you will not only show the producer some respect, but to the fine Kathy as well.
I heard the producer.
Thank you,
I heard-
Stu.
I heard the producer also put in a disclaimer just for Tony alone.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear that
There's a
during the
button.
show.
Yeah.
So.
He has to sign those.
He has
reviews.
his-
Views expressed by Tony V do not necessarily reflect the views of anyone.
Including Tony V. Sometimes these thoughts just appear out of nowhere. I like
And
that.
you don't even
voice.
know what's going to come out of your mouth next.
No, the guy that was doing the disclaimer didn't even want you to know it was him, so they disguised
his voice.
He had a hood on.
It sounded like a ransom
Right.
thing. If you want to see a child alive.
That was the beginning of every Liam Neeson movie in the last 10 years.
I know. Does he ever change his plot line
All right,
at all?
Rick, I'm going to stop
okay. All right.
pinching
Oh,
you.
I'm the one?
I'm going to pinch you.
When when Liam Neeson is doing that, I thought about this. You know, he does that rant. I have a special set of skills.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That only I am. And if you don't give me back my child,
I will find you and I will
Why
kill
wouldn't
you.
you hang up in the middle
Yeah.
of that? You
I don't wanna hear that.
I have a special. Yeah, sure you do. Of course you do. We all have skills. I got your kid.
That's when you'd hang up?
That's when you hang up. That's it. End the movie. 10-minute movies. All right. Real estate.
What is Lenny Clark's line? Sweaty Betty? Oh, that's the one that put it over the top?
Right.
We're fine till then? All right. No, this
So
is,
today we're talking.
This is kind of like a segue because we.
Well, it's not really real estate,
No, it's not.
but it's more
no.
serious than.
No. You know what? It's kind of a segue because we've had some shows in the past. We talk about scams and problems out there. So since then, people keep chiming in on issues they've seen, and I thought we could share some of those today.
Oh, like people actually have this is what they'd like to hear.
Yeah, exactly. You know how to.
Well, they're sick of pre-approval letters.
Right.
They're sick of how to sell your house in a hot
I
market.
never necessarily said that, but I think our award-winning show is doing fine. But we thought we'd mix it up a little today.
We'd have some fun.
Wait. We've won awards?
Yes, while you were gone, we won some awards.
You won the award for getting rid of Tony.
No, everyone keeps asking about you
Yeah.
guys. I'm just shocked.
All right,
everyone's
so
here
go ahead.
together.
There you go.
All right, so we've talked about the wire scams.
Yep.
On and on about. We might as well say it one more time. Do not, if you get any emails saying, why don't you wire it here instead as a closing attorney?
Don't ever blindly wire money out of your account to anywhere without a verbal verification to the people that are expecting your
Artie,
wire.
we know a closing attorney that.
I don't even know how to do that, so
Right. Well,
So we'd be safe with you.
I can't even send an email.
well, that's
Never mind
good. So we
wire
know
money.
one person that's not going to wire money
No, we
to somebody.
know some attorney that got an email says from a supposed seller and said, instead of overnighting me the check, can you just wire it and here's my information? And they didn't check into it and they wired out a couple $100,000.
Yep.
So
This is why I correspond by carrier pigeon only.
This is another thing is I don't have a couple of $100,000.
So either way, we're safe for you, right? Oh, how about this? So speaking of that, so if they're hacking into your computer,
Yep.
they're also. Do you have one of those front-facing cameras on your laptops?
It
I
takes a
don't know.
picture of me like I want to Skype somebody?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No,
No, a lot of people do.
I have
I
the
know
one
what
that
you
points
mean.
toward
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now they are hacking into that.
And what are they doing?
They're videoing you.
Oh.
Yes.
So you better keep your clothes on, Artie. And you too.
And you better
Tony.
you better take them off. 'cause
That's
they're
more reason to take them off.
Right.
If you want to see me wagging my junk at a camera, you are welcome to it.
I thought this was going to be
But
such
how
a
do they get information from just taking your picture? I mean, then
They're
have
videoing you.
So they make plastic surgeries to be like a doppelganger and then steal your.
Yes, they're going to clone you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So
No,
maybe,
no.
or they're looking at information behind you.
It's probably
You know?
not us they're looking at.
Well, listen.
It's not you and I, Artie, that they're looking at.
Who are they looking at?
They're young
Well,
people.
it happened to one of the I think one Miss Teen.
Yeah.
She won a pageant.
Yeah.
And they hacked into her computer.
And I could watch her.
Yeah, and then
be
they
Miss
sold
Teen.
the pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
She's just sitting there at the computer, though.
You don't know what she's doing at her computer. It's still
If
an
it's,
invasion
if it's
of
on
privacy.
if it's on your if it's on your desktop or whatever,
Right.
it's panning your whole room.
Well, Rick has one at our office to make sure we're all working.
Right.
Can't you just shut it
Yeah.
off?
you see how that's working.
Yeah.
Can't you just hit the
No, we
off
just put a
button?
piece of tape over it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So-
you can't see what we're
Oh,
doing.
All right, so
Hey,
that was
watch-
a little long-winded to come up with that solution. But that's what we're headed for, right?
Watch this. Here's a move I'm going to teach you. Problem
All right,
solved.
thank you for joining us here today, the Studio 21
All right.
podcast.
What else do you got?
Oh,
Hey.
all right. Sorry. Well, we're starting off a little slow.
Hey.
Artie's writing it down so he
I'm
can tell
not
us
using
people.
my laptop.
So, Rick, the first number one thing is
All right.
how to survive a home invasion.
Why? What are you laughing about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Now you're just taking them out of order, but we could talk about that. Home invasion. Are you guys ready for a home invasion?
Yes.
What would you do?
I'm all ready. I don't
What
even
would you
lock
do?
my doors.
Huh?
I don't even lock my doors.
You're kidding me.
No, that's true.
Okay.
Haven't locked my doors into my house.
I don't even own a key to my.
There's
my
nothing
doors.
in there.
You guys.
There's
Take
nothing
whatever you want.
other than the humans that are in there.
Right.
There's nothing worth anything.
Right.
Wow.
The key is never buy a lot of expensive stuff.
All right.
Right.
And
What
then
if,
you got nothing
what
to
if they
worry
don't know
about.
that when they're breaking
Well,
in?
let them take it because you got it overinsured anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You insure.
Did your son move out?
You buy knockoffs of everything.
Oh.
So, but then you claim them on your insurance that they're real. Can you do that?
No.
All right, go
I
ahead.
don't think you can. I don't think you can.
Home invasions, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know what? If you own a house and you
Yeah.
have a security system,
All right. That's the,
Right away,
That's
the worst.
They're hacking into the.
Worst. to
no,
have a
but
That's
you
the worst, the
just say
security
they
system.
don't say they don't hack into
Right.
it. Like
Yep.
just a regular scenario is you set your
announcing-
alarm.
You're announcing you have something worthwhile in that house.
Well, the thing is, if you leave your purse, you're an enabler, Rick Carter.
I'm not. I find them funny. I'm
if
sorry.
you leave your
what do you want me
purse
to be quiet
at
this
the
whole
counter,
show?
if you leave your purse at the counter and they can actually
Just
see
because you
in.
left your sense of humor in Italy, it doesn't mean the rest of us have.
If you leave something or your laptop or your
Yeah.
purse on the counter and they can see it, what they do is they call a smash and grab. Okay,
Yeah.
so they just smash the door or the window, grab it and run. And before the
don't
police,
they have those window alerts?
yeah, but the alarm's going to go off. But they're 30 seconds.
Seconds in,
They just
right.
grab. They call it smash and grab.
understand, right.
So you shouldn't leave
You
anything.
didn't have any smash and grabs in Winchester, Mass. When you were growing
Listen,
up.
I live in Manchester, New Hampshire, and they have smash and
All right,
grabs.
all right.
So,
Do you have any tips if someone was breaking into your house? Anyone?
yeah, pull out the revolver at my bedside.
Back
And
to the Second
That
Amendment.
works.
Right.
You know, they say a shotgun is the best protection.
Yeah.
Because there's that distinct, and
Yes.
everybody knows what that means.
Right.
true.
Right.
There's no mistaking that sound.
You know what is illegal though, and we weren't going to talk about this, but to have that shotgun set up that if anyone opens the door, they used to do this. You'd
Oh,
open
yeah,
the door,
like on Home
have the
Alone.
spring gun.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Illegal.
That's illegal?
Yeah, you got to watch that. You gotta watch it. Yeah.
You know what my
exactly.
security system is?
Go ahead.
I have bells hanging on the inside of my doorknob.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
just a thing
Yeah.
of bells, so anytime the door opens,
You
I
know, right.
I
So the
have
kids
bells.
can't sneak in and out of the
Right,
house
right,
either.
right.
That's a good
I had
one.
a grandmother
Yeah.
do that. She
Yeah.
put cans there.
Oh,
Very.
well,
I
very
have
scientific.
my dead grandmother is
Yeah.
behind the door.
Use her to prop
So you
it up.
can't open it.
So people are so horrified at a 100-year-old corpse. They're not going to come in.
I think I saw a movie on that. Weekend at Bernie's.
I seriously, I have a baseball bat with those big spiked nails at the end of it.
All right.
Like a
Yeah.
extreme wrestling type of thing, but a small bat, not a big one, because if you're in close quarters,
Right. You
know,
gotta. Where do you keep it? right by the bedside or right by
Usually
the
wherever I am.
Okay, so you carry it around with you?
I kind of carry it around
He's
the
got a
house with me.
carabiner on his belt.
And I carry it around. My wife is completely vulnerable. She has no weapons whatsoever. But
How do you know this?
Because I make sure she doesn't.
You know,
She's my wife. I don't want to have her have any weapons.
No.
That's not
No,
nice.
Plus,
please.
she's tough.
She's
seen
very
her.
nice.
She'll run upstairs and then have somebody chase her and then push them down the stairs. She practices it on me. I know.
that's gonna work.
I was going to ask you how you knew that.
All right.
But
Is
you
there a
wanna-
way you can use your car to help you out on this?
Of course, you have the panic button on your.
Yeah. So if someone breaks into your house, maybe hit the panic button in your car and has the alarm go off.
Right.
Has your wife?
When was the last time you paid attention to an alarm on
Never.
a car?
Who the
Well,
heck?
that's what
Who the
they're
heck is
saying.
that jerk that doesn't know how to
Why
work
does he
his
shut
car
that up?
alarm?
I'm trying to get some sleep.
Well, that.
That
Is there a
means
bonus?
that means move on, folks.
Lightning round.
Well, they're saying that about smoke detectors.
That was a bonus.
All right. It sounds like there's a boat in the fog or something.
Oh, that's the shame. I like
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah,
I'm in an
all right.
episode of Game of Thrones
Yeah.
here. or
All
something.
right. So you're saying people don't listen. Unlike this show, where I'm sure everyone's captivated.
And our producer is ringing bells in
I'm
our
listening.
ears.
I'm glad you guys heard that.
But they're saying kids don't listen to fire detectors going off.
Right.
yeah, no. In the winter, if I'm cooking bacon,
Exactly.
the fire detector goes
Oh,
off.
wow. And I take the battery out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, there's a good point.
Yeah, don't.
Don't do that.
Well, listen, I don't
A
even
lot of people
think,
do that.
I don't
But then I
think
put
that-
it back when
A lot of people don't put them back.
Oh, you always put it back.
I don't
lot
think
of
my
people don't.
fire detectors work in my house because in Londonderry everybody
haven't
knew.
cooked in 6 months.
Well, no. But when I was cooking and they went off, everyone comes running down the stairs and go, "What are you cooking?" They always knew that I
Right,
was
they were
cooking.
cooking when the
But
fire
I
alarm-
haven't.
that's how you know
I haven't
things are
heard
done.
the fire detectors go off
Well, that's.
since I've been at the
I
house.
think they're listening to our show and had Tony's idea with it. They're personalizing it now.
Yeah,
They're
that's
getting
what I
yeah.
understand.
right. They're getting the parents to say this
Right.
is a real fire.
This is a real fire.
Right.
Right.
What do you
It's
think
not
about,
just mom's cooking.
right. What do you think about
Well,
that?
they have the verbal ones now where they go, fire detected, which is the wrong.
Wrong message
That's the
to
wrong
send.
message.
Right,
They
right.
go fire detected or carbon monoxide. You just want someone to go, get out of the house! What the hell's wrong with you? There's something going on. Just get out! Get out! And you go, I might
would work.
I might want to pay attention to that.
I almost just ran away from my seat.
Yeah, I know.
I think
So Tony has a new job.
Yeah.
Let's get you in with Kidder.
yeah.
Or some of those fire detector companies.
I'll watch a bank of people's houses and do it personally. I
All
got
right.
nothing to do during the day.
All right.
Oh, that's not
So,
bad.
so Rick, you say, do you have a fire plan at your house? I'm
Yeah.
guessing that nobody
do.
here does.
Most people
I
don't.
did when my kids were little.
You
I
did?
really
did.
Yep.
What was the plan?
Open the windows and
And
I
throw
made
them
sure,
out?
Well, I put additions onto the house
So they
right
could jump?
below their bedroom windows.
Okay.
So, and also made an office for me, but this way, just open this window and
Made a
roll out,
man
and
cave.
then you'll be on that roof, and then it's
Oh,
only
that's-
like
that's very good.
only 6 more feet to the deck.
Oh, so you did do that.
Yeah, and in the front of the house, I would throw my wife through the front window, and then land
plate
on
glass
her.
would
Use her as a cushion.
Yeah.
So you
we
did have
always
a
had
fire plan.
Yeah, and then
And
we
you
had
had a
those
plan-
stickers in the
Yeah.
window that said child's room with
Yeah.
a fireman holding a child.
Really? Good
Yeah.
for you. So you did have a plan. And,
Yeah, well, that was
in a
when I
way-
smoked in the house too back then, but now they're
'Cause they
gone,
say-
so I stopped smoking
No, that's
in
good.
the house.
You're just trying to get them out? Yeah. Finally. It's
So we had a plan, and
Yeah.
You had a
because
plan
there's-
on-
there's
No,
only
we had a
2
plan.
floors.
A
and-
fire plan and how to get rid of your wife, all in the same package.
It all
Good
worked.
for you.
It all
I don't
worked.
think most people have a plan.
Most
They
people don't
think
have-
they have a plan, but they typically don't have a
A
plan.
lot of them just run for that front door, and that might not.
well,
always be
who really thinks you're going to have a fire in the house?
Especially
I
if
know.
you're upstairs, as you run to the stairway, that's always engulfed.
Right.
Right.
You know, that's never good.
You're supposed to stay
You
low,
have to
I
have
would
a
imagine,
window.
right?
Right.
Because all the gases are up top, right?
Right. Well, I saw how to get out of a fire on This Is Us. Do you guys watch This Is Us?
Yes.
Did you see? So you take a mattress.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you put it in front of you, and then you run through the flames.
Right.
Okay.
I,
All right.
I said I've never
Sure.
thought of that.
Wow.
All
Yeah,
right.
you could do that.
Yep.
No,
and
I
then
don't-
they use the sheets from the mattress to hoist
to make a
everybody
loud-
down.
Yep.
All right.
Down.
All right.
So
So we're coming up with a plan.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, all
Just
these
don't go
plans-
back in for the dog.
No.
Because then
you're
you'll die.
Once you pass that.
Right.
Just don't have a dog.
Right.
Okay.
You're better off.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
All of
our
these-
tip.
all
Although-
of these plans work in practice. But when there's a fire, you're
Right.
going, ah!
What do I do now?
No!
Yeah, remain calm. That's the
right.
first thing they say. Remain calm. You remain calm.
Right.
Do you ever listen to the instructions on the airplane?
I was just going to say number 6 seems a little odd.
Yeah, I do.
What do you mean odd?
I don't fly, so that's good.
So listen, it says don't open the exit doors unless instructed.
Right. You know how they always.
Are you kidding me?
That's.
If we're going down in flames,
You're-
I'm
you're the
opening
first
the
one
exit
kicking
door.
in and jumping.
No, but now you're going to make it worse with that backdraft.
I don't care.
You might be jumping in a fire or something. You got to wait till they tell you.
And then it says jump on the slide arms straight.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You know how they have the little.
When the door's
slide?
open,
You're supposed to go like this, so they can pull you right up
Right.
quickly. As opposed, everyone runs down like that.
Oh,
Right, you're
I
supposed-
never really
arms
thought
out,
of that.
Arms out.
I'm not really going to
You
be
see Sully
thinking.
at all? The movie
Yeah,
Sully.
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie. Good
You got
movie.
to dive in. You got to dive into
Dive
that
in. So
thing.
that's the other point.
And then
too.
when do you inflate the vest?
Outside of the aircraft
Very good. And
Wow,
why's
you've been
that?
paying
Really?
attention on your trips to Aruba.
all the time.
You don't even have notes. You're just winging this.
I know
The
things.
rest of us are going by
I
our.
know. I know.
Wow.
I know.
And why do you not do it inside?
Well, because you're bigger than you should be,
Yeah,
and you
very
get
good.
caught on something.
And you might have to swim through
Swim
the water.
through the
You
water.
can't do it
Sure,
with the
of course
vest
not.
on, right?
Well, what's the sense
only
of
way
having
I'm
the
doing this with the
vest?
vest
Because you're going to be
Right.
jumping outside into the water. So if you're going to fight us on every one of these tips, I think it defeats the purpose a little bit.
I'm gonna go move ahead.
All right, go ahead.
How about the carnival games
I
are
like that.
rigged? That's on the list.
I
Number
know.
11, it
I
says
know, sometimes-
these are household tips, guys. And it says carnival games are rigged.
I was just going to bring that up as bonus material, but
I know.
since you brought it up,
I've been laughing since I left the
love
office.
the carnival. You know, carnival games are rigged. You know that, right?
Yeah, of
This is
course.
a household
I
tip.
grew up in Revere Beach. I used to work the shoot out the star machine.
All right. How do you must know they're rigged a little bit?
Oh,
then,
yeah.
right? All right. So
A
what
little
is-
bit.
What are some of the games they? I remember the bowling pin.
Yeah, the three balls.
The
The
milk-
one
the
on
milk
the
ball
bottom is
is
made out of
lead.
lead.
Yeah.
Right,
Made out of
right.
lead. And
So right.
Some of them used to actually have a thing that would screw it right onto the.
I guess they are rigged.
That's not going to
then.
go down.
Right.
I like the bowling pin one because you're supposed to like swing the ball around and hit it, and the guy would always show. So he would
Because
do
he's
it.
at the angle like
Exactly.
3 feet in
So
front
he
of you where he
throws
could
it,
do it.
knocks it down, and then when he puts it up for your shot,
Yeah.
he moves it over a little bit.
Well, plus
And glues it.
Your rack,
Glues it
your
into-
rack can only go like
Yes.
that, where his
Yeah,
went like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
exactly.
But you have the claw.
I love the
The-
claw story.
Everybody
you know the
loses.
claw in the restaurants?
Yeah. That's
And-
rigged.
Oh, yeah,
Except
exactly.
my Emily Holtshouser used to win every time. I don't know.
Well, they have it programmed, right?
You can program it for it to actually grab
weight of
something
it.
like every 25 times
Yeah,
or something
exactly.
like that.
Or by the weight, so you can never pick up the best
Of
one
course, of
because
course.
it's too heavy.
Right.
Right.
And it drops.
I
it
like
each
to
time.
just teach my children how to break into the machine
Yeah.
with a screwdriver. It's just, I mean, if you get caught, like, even the cops will be like, yeah, this game's a ripoff. So, and let kids walk out with armfuls of
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
It's great.
Did you worked at Revere, the amusement
Yeah.
park down there?
Well,
You
yeah, on
must-
the beach there was all kinds of
Is
stuff.
that where you
there.
met? You met Lenny Clark down in Revere, right?
Yeah, but no, we were playing touch football.
Okay.
know.
And Lenny pulls in.
You know, because I was always the guy in my crowd of people that I was always talking, yapping, and talking about stuff and
Really?
talking crazy stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then this guy shows up, and
He's out crazy.
He's crazier than
out
you.
crazy in me, and I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna. Oh.
I like it.
So I hated him right off the bat.
I like the
of course.
tribute you guys had for Lenny, and first thing Lenny's, I'm sorry, Artie says to Lenny, goes, "First time I met you, I hated you," and you're always expecting to have
No, I
Artie,
like you.
have Artie come around and say, "But I got to know you, but that's how we left it."
Yeah. I just kinda
First time I
hated
met you, I hated you.
Hated
It was
Okay,
so,
that was
he's
it.
so over the top. It's killing me.
I hope Lenny's not listening.
All right, one more for the.
But I love him now.
One more for the carnival.
I like this one there.
Games are rigged.
Here's another one. They have the basket. I just found it amusing. I didn't think you were going to bring it up. That's the last time you take my notes, too, first of all. So I like the one, the basket, when the guy throws it in, and he always gets it to stay in.
Stay in the basket.
So then he brings them all out and gives it to the kid. And
Right.
the kid throws it.
And they bounce up.
They bounce out because they don't have the ball in there.
Right.
That deadens it when it comes in. So that's all.
Oh, so but it says
is
right
this, the
here that the
basketball thing, you mean?
The basketball hoops are too
Oh,
small.
well, that's another one. Yeah, that's,
and the
that's
balls
an
are too
obvious one.
big.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks
yeah.
like the globe that they roll out in Close
Right,
Encounters
right.
of the Third Kind.
Right.
And they roll it out. And
Right.
here's Montana. No? Wyoming. It was Wyoming. Devil's Peak.
All right. What else?
Made of mashed
Let's talk
potatoes.
about another helpful home tip.
You're laughing about these.
Dogs are good. You know, I
Does
think
the higher SPF
this is one
work
for Artie.
better?
So if you get the, is there a difference between 50 SPF or 100?
Well, yes, there is, Rick.
About
Let's
50.
hear it.
There's about
Sean.
50 different.
Do you get twice as much protection?
The sun protection factor is a multiplication of the time that you can spend in the sun as opposed to time in the sun with the barrier on. Now, if the barrier is a sun protection factor of 10, just to make the math easier, you can stay in there 10 times longer than you normally would without any protection by getting a sunburn. So say you stay in the sun for a half hour and get a sunburn. Well, if you use a SPF of 10, you can stay there 10 times that half hour. But you must reapply for sweating, swimming, and whatnot. Also,
Unless it's sweatproof or waterproof.
Well,
Let's
even
back
then,
up
it would
for a
still
second.
apply.
First of all,
now,
this is the guy who could not find this place and was on 93
He's
with
a
the building on the
pharmacist.
left as opposed to the right.
He has a
But he
special
knows
set.
also.
Because he
have a
got
special
something in his eye.
I had Ben Gay in my eye.
Story for another time.
Don't say your joke, Tony.
So anyway, say you use a sun protection factor. A sun protection factor of
50.
50.
Yeah.
All right. So
All
you can
right.
stay in the sun. Say you get burnt in 10 minutes in Aruba or something. So you can stay 50 times 10 minutes. That's 500 minutes. You know how long that is?
It's a long
Right,
time.
Like a
don't
day and a
use
half.
50 then.
Yeah, you don't need that
If you
much.
want a
you don't
sunburn.
need that much. And plus
Okay.
you want something that protects against UVA and UVB light. You know, because it's two different rays. There's two different, ultraviolet rays.
I bring a sheet of plywood to the beach
That's good.
and just get under it. I stay all day.
No, don't you use oil
the
with
only
no
thing I-
sunscreen?
What's
Only-
that, SPF 2000?
2000.
Okay.
Only
All
thing
right.
I have to worry about is splinters.
And I'm dark, and
You're dark.
Even some of my Afro-American friends
Yeah.
are susceptible to
There we
sun,
go.
to
Yeah.
sun
You
and
still
But
get-
they can't
sunburn.
see it.
I got a sunburn once in St. Thomas. I passed out on the beach.
Story for another time?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it's
No,
this
I
time.
passed out.
And I got the sunburn. And I never had a sunburn before. And I had flaky skin. It was real dark brown flaky skin, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looked like a large yellow onion that just kept peeling off.
Gross.
It was gross. But then I invented SPF.
You invented it.
Well, someone else did, but I'll take credit.
When I was a kid, I had a cousin. My cousin Michelle
Yep.
would mix iodine
And baby oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And put it all over.
Put it
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
And so she was cooking herself.
Yeah.
And put
you
the tin
took-
in front of
Yeah,
you.
no.
So
We
it
had
magnified.
we had blankets that had
Tin,
tinfoil.
yeah,
Like,
right.
like
Is that good for your skin, Artie?
No, I don't
No.
think
Okay.
that's-
All right.
we're lucky we're still alive.
I know.
Yeah.
I
There
know.
is the,
A lot of people just stick their head in the microwave.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing.
Same
That's-
thing.
Yeah, but they get the internal melanomas.
It's
'cause
from the outside,
The
right.
hippocampus burns first.
Right.
All right, got one more question for you.
Yeah.
Expiration dates.
No good.
Are they valid?
On some things, antibiotics and stuff like that, but for the most part, you'll see, especially on food, best if used before, best by.
Yeah.
It is, smell it.
Yeah, you smell it. Even with sunscreen, right? I'm not going to take a
Sunscreen,
chance on
that's not gonna
sunscreen, though.
expire. That's not going to.
I'm afraid.
It's not going to expire.
Okay. You're the pharmacist, you know.
It's a dimethicone base. It's not going to go bad. It's like a Teflon pan for crying out loud.
All right.
You know.
Wow.
That's a nice tip.
That was actually some
Should we ask about number 16?
Number 16.
Are
No,
the
how about-
sheets in your hotel germ-free?
Not after I use them.
Did you ever see those 60 Minutes where they do the
Oh,
infrared?
you know what? I don't know. I feel like
never,
this subject.
I'd never like to go away again
No,
after seeing that.
You wouldn't even go in. I know guys that used to. Oh, jeez, if they lost it like a casino, they would ruin that room, man. And the maid would come in like, "Where is that smell coming from?" And they would just leave it between the mattress and the box
Oh,
spring.
Artie. Okay. Okay.
You know what I found? This is a little thing I like to do when I'm in hotels. You know, when the maid comes in and to signify they were there,
Yeah.
they make a little triangle in the top of the toilet paper.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they clean the
yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah.
every night before I go to bed, I would make a triangle with the toilet paper so that when the maid came in, every day, the triangle was still there. So she just think no one went to the can the whole week. Like, and you can see her out with her other maid friends going, they don't poop. I don't know.
They don't use toilet paper.
I don't know what they're doing. This is a little gag for myself. Yeah.
I think maybe we should end on that with a little paper figures out of toilet paper.
Yeah, you just make the little triangle. Yeah.
You know what, Rick?
Origami.
I'm going to save this
You
for
save
next week
those.
because there's a couple other.
I'd like to. You should talk about floods.
How about
and
one
things.
more?
All right, do one more.
There's no time limit on
Should-
this
No,
show.
all right, I'll keep going as long as you
This
guys.
is it. This is it. All right.
About the
All right, you
mold.
got to have our viewers
Should-
sit down for a second.
Just one more, guys. Sorry.
Oh, I like the pool one, too.
No.
Go ahead.
Should you drive well when you're drowsy?
That is a good one.
No.
Well, of
No,
course you shouldn't.
No, but you know how you have that where you fall asleep for that half second? And they say parts of your brain can still be operating. So you're
Yeah, but
sleeping,
still.
but you no. I agree. So the feet is still hitting the gas pedal.
A fetus does this? Yeah. What did you say?
That late term. It was coming out anyway, feet first.
All right, so what they're suggesting is when you get that little rush and say, oh, my God,
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. I just fell asleep for a
I
second while I
have
was
tricks
driving.
for that. I know what
All
I
right,
do.
go ahead.
When I'm on like a long ride coming back from a show or something, I'm extra tired.
Yeah.
I deliberately keep a couple of long hairs inside my nose. It sounds stupid. But you go like this and go, your whole face, you wake up for at least a half
That's a
hour.
good
Good
point.
to know.
Good point.
I learned that from my brother. He goes, I said, you got to trim those. He goes, no, those are my stay awake hairs.
Is that
and then
on your sheet, Kathy?
If it
No.
comes out, then you just say, wow,
Yeah.
that was a long one.
Now
and
what do
get
you
rid
do
of it.
then?
But you're wide awake. I'm telling you.
That's
Some
the
people
best
slap
piece of
themselves in the
advice. Right.
face. But
Well,
that's stupid.
I
Open
actually
the window.
think that if we're giving advice, that maybe you should just pull off at the nearest gas station and close your eyes for 10 minutes and.
So you
That's
don't-
when you end up in a suitcase and 9 pieces.
What are you, a baby?
Go with the nose
Yeah,
here
you
and keep
baby
driving.
Yes, I'm a baby.
Get some rest. What are you, nuts?
Put a little Bengay on and keep moving.
What if you're by yourself? You know,
Yeah,
a
you
woman
lock
by
your
yourself.
doors.
Oh, that doesn't help.
A woman by
You
myself.
lock your doors.
Maybe-
And then there's all these weird truck driver guys from Tennessee and Arkansas. You can't do it.
Oh,
There
boy.
goes Tennessee and Arkansas.
No more closings down there.
So, Rick, when Stu, our producer, asks us what we're going to call this show,
The nose hair tip.
we're not going to call it Helpful Home Tips.
Helpful tips. We got a couple home
They're not
tips in
home
there.
tips. They're just,
Well, we glossed over
they're
some
probably
of those.
like helpful life tips.
All right, we can do that.
All right.
We can teach life tips too, right?
All right, yeah.
I don't think
I don't know why they believe us or
I don't know
listen
why.
to our advice, but
I mean, I don't think.
Let me just say this. Despite anything you heard today, if you need a closing on a house, you go
point.
see these two. And if you need comedy, go see these two.
Yeah.
But other than that, we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
and we should probably close on that closing statement.
Thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party.
We done?
It sounds like we
Yeah,
have music. Attorney Rick Carter, seasonal paralegal Kathy Holtshouser, the legendary Tony V, and our own Renaissance man, Artie Januario. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.